would not be the same. Few people laughed. Few people cried. Most people were silent.
In the wake of a blinding flash and a world-shaking blast, a man whispered words from an ancient text. Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. That man was J. Robert Oppenheimer, the father of the atomic bomb. But how did a verse from the Bhagavad Gita, an ancient Hindu scripture, find its way into the heart of the atomic age? Hey there, Namaste, welcome to Dharma Decoded. Today we dive deep into the fascinating intersection of nuclear physics and Eastern philosophy. Imagine standing on the cusp of the atomic age, witnessing the raw and devastating power of the first nuclear bomb. What words could capture this moment? For Oppenheimer, the answer was found not in science, but in a philosophy from a half a world away. Alright, so let's rewind the clock a bit and into the backstory of why J. Robert Oppenheimer, also known as the father of the atomic bomb, got involved in its creation. Oppenheimer was a theoretical physicist, and during the late 1930s, he grew increasingly concerned about politics and international affairs, especially the rise of fascism in Europe. He was a brilliant mind, always curious and ambitious. But when the World War II broke out, the direction of his curiosity took a pivotal turn. In 1939, German scientists discovered nuclear fission. This was a big deal because it meant that they had found a way to split the atom and release a massive amount of energy. This scientific breakthrough had potential implications for both peaceful use and warfare, and it alarmed the global scientific community, particularly in the US, given the tense political climate. Einstein, another genius of the time, was also worried about this. He, alongside other scientists, wrote a letter to US President Franklin Roosevelt warning about the potential development of extremely powerful bombs by Nazi Germany. This eventually led to the establishment of a Manhattan Project, America's own attempt to develop the atomic bomb before the Germans did. Oppenheimer initially not part of this project, but his expertise in theoretical physics and his charisma eventually led him to being selected as director of Los Alamos Laboratory in New Mexico, where the bomb was designed and built. His job was to bring together a diverse group of top scientists, engineers, and military personnel to achieve singular daunting task, creating a weapon of unprecedented power. Despite moral and ethical considerations, Oppenheimer and his team believed that their work was necessary to end the war and to deter a world in which Nazis had nuclear weapons. They saw the creation of atomic bomb as a lesser evil compared to the potential consequences of not acting. However, after the successful Trinity test and the subsequent bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, which resulted in casualties upwards of 200,000 and thousands more post-bombing due to nuclear radiation, Oppenheimer expressed profound regret about his role in creating such a destructive weapon. His famous reflection, quoting from the Bhagavad Gita, was,
I remembered the line from the Hindu scripture, the Bhagavad Gita. Vishnu is trying to persuade the prince that he should do his duty, and to impress him takes on his multi-armed form and says, now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.
Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. Oppenheimer didn't just study the Bhagavad Gita, he absorbed it, quoted it, used it to enrich his lectures. This wasn't a fleeting fascination. It was a deep and enduring intellectual journey. His interest in Sanskrit and Eastern philosophy more broadly was influenced by Arthur Ryder, a Sanskrit professor at Berkeley, who introduced him to Indian philosophy and literatures. And when the Trinity test lit up the New Mexico desert in 1945, it was the Bhagavad Gita that echoed in Oppenheimer's mind. Oppenheimer later said that he thought of another line from the Bhagavad Gita during the explosion. If the radiance of 1,000 suns were to burst at once into the sky, that would be like the splendor of the mighty one. A poetic and chillingly accurate description of the birth of the atomic age. Oppenheimer's relationship with the Bhagavad Gita was a profound fusion of science and philosophy, a testament to his comprehensive intellect. The influence of this ancient text on the 20th century's most pivotal scientists serves as a stark reminder that the pursuit of knowledge knows no bound. In the intersection of Eastern philosophy and Western science, in the fusion of the old world and the new, we find a narrative that continues to resonate. A narrative of creation and destruction, of duty and morality, of life and of death. So in essence, Oppenheimer's involvement in the creation of the atomic bomb was driven by a complex mixture of fear, duty, intellectual curiosity, and the desire to end a devastating war. However, the moral implications of his work continued to haunt him long after the end of the conflict. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this exploration of Oppenheimer's journey with the Bhagavad Gita, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more such intriguing stories. Stay curious and keep seeking.